During our anniversary dinner, I excused myself to settle the bill. As I made my way back to the table, I noticed my wife leaning closer to her phone, her face glowing with a smile I hadn't seen directed at me in years. She was typing quickly, her fingers trembling with excitement. For a moment, I stood still, watching her from a distance, my heart sinking with an unshakable sense that the message she was sending wasn't meant for me. I walked back quietly, and as soon as she noticed me, she quickly flipped her phone over. Her smile faded into an awkward expression, and she tried to distract me by asking about dessert. I forced a small smile, but inside, something broke. 15 years together, and on the night meant to celebrate our love, she was sharing her happiness with someone else. On the drive home, she spoke about how nice the evening was, but her words felt empty. I nodded along, but my mind replayed that secret smile again and again. When we reached home, she said she was tired and went straight to bed. I sat in the living room, staring at the darkness, my chest heavy with unanswered questions. The following morning, curiosity consumed me. While she was in the shower, her phone lit up on the nightstand. I hesitated, but my shaking hands picked it up. The message read, "Last night was torture. I couldn't stop thinking about you. Soon, we'll be together." My breath caught in my throat. It wasn't just suspicion anymore. It was betrayal written in plain words. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I carried the weight of that message silently. For days, I studied her, noticing every lie disguised as a smile, every late-night work call, every unexplained errand. Each sign stabbed deeper into my heart, but I played the part of the quiet husband, waiting. One evening, she announced she had a business trip coming up. My chest tightened, but I calmly asked details. She stumbled over her words, avoiding my eyes. I simply nodded, agreeing to drive her to the airport. When the day came, I watched as she clung to her phone, excitement clear on her face. But I had already prepared. That morning, I hired a private investigator, and within hours of her flight, I received photos confirming my worst fears. She hadn't boarded a plane. She was with him. A man I had never met, yet who had stolen the woman I had given 15 years of my life to. That night, when she returned, I greeted her as if nothing had happened. She spun lies about meetings and delays, her voice too sweet, too rehearsed. I listened quietly, then slid the photos across the table. Her face drained of color, her lips trembling with excuses that even she couldn't believe. For the first time in years, I felt strong. I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I simply told her I was done. I had loved her deeply once, but that love had been buried beneath her lies. I signed the divorce papers without hesitation, just as she had once demanded. She looked at me with wide eyes, shocked that I wasn't fighting for her. Weeks later, as I began rebuilding my life, she tried to reach out. Messages filled with regret, apologies, and longing arrived at my phone. But I had already closed that chapter. The woman who smiled at her phone on our anniversary dinner was not the same woman I married 15 years ago. Instead of drowning in pain, I chose peace. I found strength in the quiet, in moving forward without her shadow haunting me. Sometimes, the end of love feels like the end of life, but in truth, it's the beginning of living honestly again. And so, what started as an anniversary dinner meant to celebrate years together became the night that revealed everything I needed to know. Love doesn't always end with fireworks or fights. Sometimes, it ends in silence, when you realize the person sitting across from you is already gone.